How are we feeling?
That shit was ass, dog. I'm sorry, but we talked about it last night. That the men's Royal Rumble was arguably the worst Royal Rumble I have seen in a long time.
As bad as last year's.
No, this was worse than last year's.
It was worse than last
It
year.
was worse than
but
last
I
year's.
remember us watching it last year and also saying, damn, this might have been the worst Royal Rumble. But yesterday's Royal Rumble was so bad that I think a couple of us were even saying, dang, I'd rather take the 2015 where Roman Reigns and The Rock look at as Philly is booing the fuck out of them, or the 2014 one where Batista won and Rey Mysterio came at number 30 and he got booed because he wasn't Daniel Bryan. Like, I take that shit because at least we had surprises there. We had debuts there. And I'm going to also say, even for the women's, it was better than the men's. But personally, I still think it was great. And I'm going to talk about specific because there's a couple specifics. And even like, I love Bayley. I was so happy that she won. But there was a comment that she made that I kind of was like disagreeing with a little bit with the medium scrum when she was like, hey, we have so much amazing talent that we don't necessarily, I'm paraphrasing, by the way. I'm not even actually saying the actual quote, so don't quote on me on this. But she said something about how they had so much great talent in the main roster that they don't necessarily need to bring legends or... I don't think she said NXT, but I remember her specifically saying we don't need to bring back legends, which I was kind of like, no. I think that because it's still the women's Royal Rumble is still so recent. Like, we haven't even hit the 10-year mark yet since the first one was passed. I still think that we should honor the women that came before us and bring up, because based on the women's reactions.
That was the biggest problem I had with the Rumble, because you're right. Because
the women's reactions,
they had none.
Yeah,
we went to we were in the deep 20s, and that crowd popped for no one except for Becky Lynch, which was number 27, I think.
Yes,
they popped for
Naomi.
They popped for Naomi,
Jade Cargill,
Becky Lynch,
and a little bit of Liv Morgan. A little bit for Liv Morgan.
Did they pop for Asuka?
No, they did not pop for Asuka. Right. I didn't hear the pop.
Well, you were too busy with AEW.
I was watching Collision.
I
don't blame you.
Kind of Asuka's because you can't hate Asuka.
Yeah,
I don't think no one can hate Asuka. So it's they popped when the sister moment happened, like I predicted. Between what's her name, Bianca
Miller and Jade Cargill.
I will make a little correction too. Jordan Grace did get a pop.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, Jordan Grace did get
TNA. That was a nice TNA.
The TNA did get
that
a pop.
was the best surprise of the night.
Yeah,
personally.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think my issue is
and R-Truth coming out.
We tout a lot about this roster. I mean, you look at it from any social media. They tout about this as the biggest roster of all time. This is the greatest. I think we've kind of lost the plot in the sense where their roster is good, but it's not great. It's good, but not great.
I'm also gonna delve into that. Is that what it is they do have great people, and this is for both men and women. They have great wrestlers in their roster, but it feels like they don't learn their lesson in that you need to build new stars. Yes. Roman Reigns is still being Seth Rollins. Gunther might be the only recent one that I can think of where they actually are trying to build a new star. But fucking Cody, I was telling them, I'm like, the final four was Gunther, Drew McIntyre, Drew McIntyre, Punk, and Cody Rhodes. And I was like, other than Gunther, this feels like the Royal Rumble from 2012, 2013. Yeah. Because they're still not building young talent. Yeah. Like, they're not, again, other than Gunther's the exception. Because, and it also goes with the women too, like, the same, it's Becky Lynch. Okay, 10 years ago, she was in NXT, you know what I mean? Like, Becky Lynch, Bayley, which, again, she deserves her fucking flowers. She should have fucking won a long-ass time ago. I love her. Naomi, the only one was Jade Cargill. Yeah. And, but Jade Cargill got popular because she comes from AEW. Like, let's just keep it fucking real. And it's just every time people are like, oh my gosh, Triple H is bringing in a brand new storyline, and they swear up and down that he's such a great fucking booker. But no, he just does the same shit. It's the talent themselves that take that shit and turn it into gold. You know what I mean?
And you're right. And I want to put that for example. Trish Stratus came back and she had a lackey, which is I forgot her name.
Zoe Starks. She didn't get put over.
She didn't get no put over.
Zoe's. Oh wait,
she
didn't get
Trish
any pop at all.
She was with Trish. She had a whole platform. She had a whole program with Trish, and she came out and no one knew her name.
Shayna Baszler. And supposedly she was supposed to be the biggest star. She beat Ronda Rousey, right?
And
she did.
No pop.
Yeah, she got nothing.
And who came out with a tank? Who came out in a tank?
Shotzi Blackheart.
Yeah, she didn't even get a pop. I thought that was a really
for
good
a fucking tank. Hell, Bianca Belair starting to get booed too herself.
Yeah, I heard that.
The biggest reasons why Liv Morgan didn't get a pop too is because they fucked up her championship run when they gave it to fucking Ronda Rousey. She had a great championship run, and they decided to fuck that shit up to give it to Ronda Rousey, and that's why she doesn't get the pop she deserves, because they didn't let her develop with the championship.
Well, that, and I personally, WWE booked her fucking horribly. She should not have been 30. She should have been earlier.
Yeah.
And they should have put a heel on number 30 because people were expecting, on Twitter, one of the trends was, where the fuck is Sasha Banks? Where the fuck is AJ Lee? Because they were expecting. That being said, it's not WWE's fault. Like, we booked ourselves, you know what that Triple H, not the Triple H, the Hulk Hogan tweet, where it's like, you marked yourself, what is it? You put yourself in a shoot, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, like off the top of my head, but it's a funny ass tweet. But we basically booked ourselves into, like, we worked ourselves. But there you go.
Yeah, you worked yourself. But I will say to on that topic though, I will say I think that's the reason why we love the Royal Rumble, because of the surprises. On across the board, besides TNA,
legitimately the main part of the Rumbles.
We had no surprises besides TNA,
and that's the disconnection. Is like. And even Triple H also was like, well, yeah, we don't need to bring legends. Like, we have enough. We're in a spot where we have enough great main rosters. I'm like, yeah, you do, but you've always had great rosters. Not everyone's gonna make it in the Rumble. Like, this has been since the beginning of your fucking Royal Rumble thing. It's like you're supposed to have surprises. You're supposed to have at least a legend, at least one debut, which the women did have it. And the men, it was just like
nothing.
It was just nothing. Ironic. And Pat McAfee, I'm sorry, I was not in for that.
Yeah, that was a waste of
that one. And Omos, I'm sorry, bro. You didn't do it for me 2-3 years ago. You still don't do it for me now. I'm sorry.
What are you gonna say, man?
I think it's ironic for him to say that when you have CM Punk at the top. Like, oh, we don't want legends to come in, but CM Punk comes back, and I'm sorry, but that performance was horrible. I understand, Cody Rhodes might not be the greatest wrestler, but he was carrying CM Punk last night. CM Punk looked fucking out of air, winded. Like, he couldn't fucking do the moves. Is this not your second run already in wrestling, son? Were you not in AEW before? What happened? Did you took a few days off and everything, the magic went away? My God, you have Cody Rhodes being the best wrestler because you couldn't do shit. Horrible as shit.
All I will say, moving into the men's Royal Rumble, I think my issue with it was the fact that you had throughout the entire build-up, it was like narratives.
They're not even good narratives.
I don't even care about the narratives.
And it's what there's only one narrative, well, two that was good. The initial stage between Jimmy and Jay, the face-off, that was a surprise, and that was good to see.
But they didn't. Yeah, they fucked it up. I was expecting something.
R-Truth, that man for me made the Royal Rumble entertaining.
He's the only good thing of the Royal Rumble
for both the women's and the men's, and and just a.
And he did come off for the women's, didn't he?
Yeah, that was great. Yeah,
he did.
No, it really sucked.
And then he got eliminated by Nia Jax, right?
Yeah, he did.
Oh man.
And anybody that says, "Oh, well, you guys didn't get it," no, you being complacent.
No.
You're being complacent, and let's call it for what it is. It sucked ass. Like, again, there was no surprises there. Even inside, like, you have Gunther. Yeah. Fucking jobbing to other people, bro. Come on, this is a champion.
And he got eliminated by Cody Rhodes.
This is the weakest he has ever looked.
Yeah, Gunther got eliminated.
They booked him horribly.
Yeah, Gunther got eliminated by Cody Rhodes, and I'm just like, dude, how are you gonna allow Cody to eliminate you again for the second time of the year? Do you have to build a story on that? Actually, there has to be something. This can't happen, or else I can't take him seriously. If it happens like another time, I can't take him seriously.
My issue with WWE, which is why I call myself a casual fan, is the fact that I can't get back into it because WWE just cares about marquee matches, right? That's all they care about. After this Royal Rumble, the picture has been laid out. It's going to be the brothers, Usos going against Uso, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes,
again,
Seth Rollins versus CM Punk, and then everything else is going to go in there. We'll probably have Drew McIntyre versus Gunther one more time. Like everything in there is going to happen. Why are we going to
see that again? I don't need to see that again.
I mean, those are the last 4.
But The Rock came back, right? And everybody was fucking amazing. The Rock doesn't do shit. He did this last year too, and he didn't do shit. I'm tired of this man coming back. He doesn't do shit when he comes back. But people just fucking...
he does do something. You want to know what he does? Finally! Rock! Come back! And then I'm gone.
I'm just tired of being gaslit.
Yeah, that's it. He doesn't promo.
I'm just tired of being gaslit, honestly. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired of people. So, and I... respectfully, I say this for both AEW and WWE. Both fans are always like, what are you talking about? This is the best this company has ever been. Yeah. The women are being booked amazingly. Both companies do that shit. And when I watch the product, I'm like, what are you talking about? For the Rumble, literally 70% of your women did not get a single reaction. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but you can't blame that on that fucking shitty ass. Listen, that crowd was ass, but I'm not going to blame it on the crowd. It's on you. Yeah, you're not booking them. Because again, I'm a casual fan, but I think I've watched more WWE than y'all have. So when I watch Raw, I'm like, who the fuck is Katana and Kaden? Like, you're not booking them as you're not booking them for me to care about them. Yeah. You're not. And Tiffany Stratton, I'm surprised she didn't get a bigger pop because she had also been killing it with Becky Lynch. But like, again, you're not building them up. And it's pissing me off. Same thing for AEW. Like, okay, great. Now you care about the women. Perfect. But don't sit there and tell me that I'm the one. Well, you just don't like the product. No, it's just that you're feeding me shit and you expect me to mark out for it. Like,
I agree with you. And I piggybacking on what you said, we not only did we figure out what's the road to WrestleMania going to look like, but we also now know that 3 big signings that did not show up, that everybody was clamoring for, on top of AJ Lee and who else did they want to come back tomorrow? Sasha Banks. We know those 2 ain't coming. Yeah. Now we know.
Unfortunately.
I don't know.
I don't know about unfortunately.
Well, AJ Lee, I love you.
Oh, AJ Lee, yeah. Now we know Okada's not going to WWE. Sasha Banks is not going to WWE. Julia is not going to WWE.
Julia Hart?
No. Julia is a.
I think she is. I think she's just waiting to finish with Stardom.
You think so?
She 100% wants to go to AEW. I mean, WWE. Sorry.
It's okay.
I think, going back to just the women's in general, I think if we do have Sasha Banks in AEW, you're right.
Mercedes Moné.
It's time. Mercedes Moné. It is time for Tony to buckle up and book these women better. I am enjoying this past Collision. We had 2 women's matches, and we had Serena Deeb throw a phenomenal promo. Okay.
After she was gone for I don't know how many fucking months. I don't know why the fuck he didn't book her before.
Wait. They talked about why she was
right. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Serena Deeb needs to be in the back training this woman. That's what she needs to start doing.
Wow.
She's great. But come on, bro. We've seen her in matches, and it just
she had a legitimate reason why she took some time off.
And I'm not faulting her for that. I'm just saying, baby, you need to be in the back training people how to get better because you're a trainer. You're a way better trainer than you are a wrestler.
I disagree. Wait, I think she's a great wrestler. I'll never forget that match she had with Jamie Hayter.
Or the match she had with Riho.
I just think her thing is the charisma, the promo thing. Personally,
and I will say, like yesterday, she had a better promo.
Yeah, normally you don't hear her on the mic like that, anyways. But she was given the spotlight to actually talk about, why she was gone and what she's back for. Unlike anything she's done before in AEW. So to hear her, I was like, damn, this is refreshing to see because you don't ever see Serena Deeb on the mic like that. Mm-hmm. Connecting with the fans, letting you know who I am, why I'm here, XYZ. Something we never got before. So I appreciate that. So I want to see what happens with Serena Deeb. I want to see some of the best matches. that they could possibly give her. Serena Deeb versus Chris Statlander. Give me that shit every day.
Oh yeah, give me that.
I honestly just generally want him to book women feuds. That's all I fucking want. Storylines.
For sure.
Because the fact that last year no one could like actually tell me a good AEW women's storyline feud was sad.
It's really bad.
Right
was
now,
sad
I'm looking
as fuck.
okay with Tony Storm and Deanna.
Yeah, we have that
history
storyline going
that
on.
they
We
got.
have Ruby Soho going on with her situation and
Anna Jay.
Anna Jay and Angelo Parker.
Right,
That's a great storyline. We also have Swerve and not Swerve. Sorry,
Not Swerve.
We're building finally. Listen, it's funny because
Statlander.
I was about to mention Statlander. I feel like finally
Stokely.
she's got a sub story going on here with Stokely.
There's a couple stories happening and it's going good.
There's something.
I'm just gonna be very like I'll watch it and I'm not gonna get my hopes up for anything, so I'm just gonna watch what
I think that's fair.
That's fair. That's fair enough.
I just want to also.
He's burned me before.
I agree.
That's true.
That's
Fuck
fair.
Tony.
I just
Sorry.
want to say.
But we
Just want to say.
Fuck you, TK. Oh.
Did you?
Are you listening?